You know that moment when someone cuts you off in traffic and your immediate response is to plan their ultimate demise? Yeah, that's not exactly the healthiest reaction, is it? But what if I told you there's a way to turn that rage into something almost nice? No, I'm not asking you to become a monk, unless that's your thing. In which case, good for you. I'm talking about a little trick from the philosopher who was basically the original chill guru, Marcus Aurelius. Stay with me, it's about to get interesting. But before we get into the how to turn rage into compassion, because yep, it's possible, hit that subscribe button. You know, before I turn into one of those people who gives unsolicited life advice at a family dinner table. Also, if you're feeling generous, hit the link in the description and get us a coffee. Seriously, I'm running on fumes here, and caffeine might be the only thing keeping this video from turning into a midlife crisis. Alright, quote of the day. Trust me, it's going to hit you right in the "oh, I've been doing this all wrong" spot. Here it is. Whenever someone has done wrong by you, immediately consider what notion of good or evil they had in doing it. For when you see that, you'll feel compassion instead of astonishment or rage. For you may yourself have the same notions of good and evil, or similar ones, in which case you'll make allowance for what they've done. But if you no longer hold the same notions, you'll be more readily gracious for their error. Now, a long one, I know. Before you say, isn't that sort of the thing your yoga instructor would tell you during a group hug? Hear me out. Good old Marcus Aurelius just wasn't some ancient guy who liked to sit around in a toga and think deep thoughts. No, he was the emperor of Rome. So, you know, he probably had a few enemies, and yet his advice for handling those enemies wasn't to plot their downfall, although, let's be real, who wouldn't be tempted to just toss some bad energy their way? His advice was a little bit more nuanced. Let's put it into perspective. Imagine you're in a situation where someone's just wronged you. Could be anything, really. Someone steals the lunch from your fridge. Someone cuts in at a Starbucks. Or worse yet, someone says, "I'm fine," when you know they're clearly not fine, and you've got to pretend like everything is a-okay. The immediate instinct is to get mad, to go full Hulk mode, rage. But then before you take it to the next level, think about what Marcus Aurelius said. What were they thinking when they did this? Did they really mean to hurt you, or were they just acting on their own skewed idea of what's good or right? That'll do. Here's a fun scenario. I'll just watch him get through the mud. Here's a fun scenario to think about. Picture this. You're in a crowded bar and someone bumps into you, spilling your overpriced craft beer all over your overpriced shirt. Your first thought is probably something along the lines of, "Are you kidding me? I'm going to have to deal with this stained shirt all night." Now, let's say that person is a bit tipsy and didn't mean to spill it, but in their slightly inebriated mind, they thought, "Hey, I'll just squeeze through this tiny space." It wasn't a malicious act, it was just a misunderstanding of what's appropriate in the given context. Now, instead of going full British rage mode, because that's how we do, you pause for a second. What's the bigger picture here? Are they evil, or just not good at spatial awareness. So, the first question you should ask yourself, affirmations wise, number one, am I making this situation more about my ego than the actual issue? Am I blowing this out of proportion like a reality TV star with dramatic monologue? 2, what if they generally didn't know better? Am I the one acting like a passive-aggressive villain in this story? Number 3, am I looking at this through their eyes, or am I just staring at them through a filter of annoyance? Basically, have I already decided they're the villain in the soap opera, or am I taking a moment to appreciate the nuance? So number 4, could I be in a similar position if I had a different perspective? If I had no idea that spilling beer was a problem, would I be the clumsy one instead of the wronged one? Number 5, is this moment really worth turning into an episode of when bad things happen to good people? Or should I just laugh it off like a grown adult with a sense of humour? And lastly, number 6, would future me want to come back and laugh at how dramatic I was over this? Or am I the person who makes a scene over spilled beer, then regrets it 10 minutes later? Yeah, Marcus Aurelius wasn't asking you to roll over become some doormat who lets everyone walk over you. He's asking you to check your reactions. Are you letting your emotions drive the car, or are you calmly steering the wheel? Think of it like an action movie. Are you the one who runs headfirst into danger like a clueless sidekick, or are you the cool hero who makes a plan before doing anything crazy? So, in conclusion, remember this. Life's too short to carry around all that anger, especially when people don't know they're pissing you off. Now, I'm not saying you have to forgive everything and everyone. Some people are just evil. I get it. But next time you're about to unleash a flood of fury, stop and ask yourself, what are they thinking? What's their good? And maybe, just maybe, you'll realize that they're not the villain you thought they were. Let's try and sum up that quote in 2025 terms. Stop holding grudges like they're your favorite pair of jeans. People screw up, sometimes without meaning to. If you can let that go, you'll be a lot less stressed. And you won't have to rewatch your own personal soap opera every time you're wronged. Let it slide and grab a latte while you're at it. Now, whilst I'm traversing this mud again, do us a favour, hit that subscribe button like your favourite TV character hitting the like button on their own drama-filled post. And drop a comment about the last thing you made that made you rage quit your day. And let's laugh about it together. Oh, and if you don't forget, I'm up for a coffee if you're feeling generous. I've got more wisdom coming your way, and it's powered by caffeine. Check out the description for more videos, because who doesn't want a mind upgrade without the chaos of a Netflix binge? I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully with fewer bad decisions and more wisdom. Cheers for the coffee. And I do love you, and I really miss you.